melodies on and everything is unhurried. The Sunday light is doing what it does. It finds the dust and turns it into something almost close to beautiful, almost was. I'm wearing the old sweater by the window, the radiator knocking like a friend. The world outside is slow and full of sparrows, and I've got nowhere I need to be by 10. No alarm, no hurry, no one left to call. Just the morning finding every crack along the wall, filling them with something soft enough to bear. A Sunday in the almost spring, with nothing but this air. Sunday morning, almost spring. The toast is warm, the record's on. Sunday morning, almost spring. The cold is here, but not for long. Everything is ordinary, everything is quietly right. Sunday morning, almost spring, is the sweetest kind of light. I put a record on, the one we always played, on mornings just like this in other years. It skips a little on the second chorus, the way it always did, the way it still appears. I don't skip past it anymore, I let it do its small imperfect thing and move along. Because the scratch is part of how I know it, and the knowing is the whole point of the song. No perfection needed, no one here to impress, just the needle finding all its favorite grooves. Something in the morning, something in the light, makes the imperfect feel exactly right. Sunday morning, almost spring. The toast is warm, the record's on. Sunday morning, almost spring. The cold is here, but not for long. Everything is ordinary, everything is quietly right. Sunday morning, almost spring, is the sweetest kind of light. I used to need the big things to feel better, the grand gesture, the arrival, the return. But standing here in socks beside the window, I think this is the happiness I've earned. Not a miracle, not a revelation, just the morning being kind. bedroom floor. The cold still lingers at the window glass, but something soft is finding its way at last. I lie here watching dust motes float and turn in the only kind of light that doesn't burn. Not quite awake and not quite in a dream. March is the month that's never what it seems. Something stirs beneath the quiet, like a word I can't quite say. Not yet winter, not yet flowers, just this pale and tender day. Pale morning light, slipping through the things I left behind. Pale morning light, the gentlest thing to wake up to and find. Warm enough to almost hold, soft enough to almost believe. Pale morning light stays just long enough before it leaves. I make my tea and stand beside the sill. The street below is slow and very still. A woman walks a dog along the lane, her breath a little cloud that fades again. The radio hums something low and sweet, a song from years ago I used to keep. I close my eyes and let it carry me back to mornings when you used to make the coffee. Something warm inside the ordinary, something I forgot to miss. The way the light falls on the table feels a little like your kiss. Pale morning light, slipping through the things I left behind. Pale morning light, the gentlest thing to wake up to and find. Warm enough to almost hold, soft enough to almost believe. Pale morning light stays just long enough before it leaves. I don't need much to feel the season turn, just one pale ray across the floor to remind me that the world keeps going soft, even when I can't ask for more. Pale morning light, I'll take this quiet like a gift today. Pale morning light, let it find me, let it find a way. Warm enough to make me still. city has gone quiet one by one. The last cafe turned off its sign at 10. I'm sitting by the lamp with nothing urgent, just a night and everything I meant to send. The window shows a street that no one's walking, a traffic light that changes just for me. Red and green and amber in the silence, the loneliest little ceremony. Not sad enough to cry, not fine enough to sleep, just floating somewhere in between, a vigil that I keep. Late night in early spring, when the cold comes back to remind you. Late night in early spring, wrapping quiet arms around you. The heater ticks, the candle breathes, the clock moves soft and slow. Late night in early spring is the only hour I feel I know. I read the same page over without reading, and set the book face down beside my tea. Outside a cat moves through the orange street light. The only other soul as lost as me. I think of all the nights that look like this one, in other rooms with other shades of dark. The same low lamp, the same unfinished letter, the same old quiet living in my heart. Not lonely like a wound, more lonely like a room that's waiting for a sound that isn't coming soon. Late night in early spring, when the cold comes back to remind you. Late night in early spring, wrapping quiet arms around you. The heater ticks, the candle breathes, the clock moves soft and slow. Late night in early spring is the only hour I feel I know. There's a version of myself I only meet at midnight, who knows things that the daytime self forgets. Their loneliness is not the absence of someone, it's the presence of a love that isn't finished yet. An early spring at night smells like a promise that hasn't found the courage yet to bloom. So I sit here in the in-between and breathe it, the last of winter living in my room. Late night in early spring, I stop pretending I should go to sleep. Late night in early spring, this hour is mine and mine alone to keep. The candle low, the city still, the cold outside the glass. Late night in early spring, nothing lasts and yet somehow it lasts. Late night in early spring, just the lamp, just just the quiet, just me. I left the house without a reason, just a code and somewhere slow to be. The kind of walk that has no destination, only the wind deciding where to lead. The trees are still too bare to make a shadow, but something in the air has changed its mind. The softness underneath the cold that's leaving, the kind of thing that's very hard to find. The wind picks up the hem of my coat and carries something I can't name, like a message from a season turning, like it's been waiting just the same. The wind knows my name, calls it soft across the empty park. The wind knows my name, finds me every time I come apart. Cool enough to clear my head, warm enough to make me stay. The wind knows my name and walks beside me all the way. I pass the baker's window, warm and golden, the smell of something sweet against the cold. A couple argue softly at the corner, then laughs and holds each other in the fold. I watch the clouds move faster than I'm walking. They know exactly where they're going to. I've been moving slow since you stopped calling, but today the air feels almost new. The light comes down at just the right angle to make the ordinary glow, like the world is trying to remind me there are things I used to know. The wind knows my name, calls it soft across the empty park. The wind knows my name, finds me every time I come apart. Cool enough to clear my head, warm enough to make me stay. The wind knows my name and walks beside me all the way. I don't need a reason to keep walking, I don't need a map to find my way. Sometimes the body knows before the heart does that it's time to let a season change, and the wind won't wait for me to be ready. It moves the branches whether I agree. Maybe that's the kindest thing about March. It doesn't ask permission to be free. The wind knows my name and doesn't need me to explain. The wind knows my name, carries all my quiet like the rain. Cool enough to feel alive, warm enough to almost start again. The wind knows my name and I think I'm gonna be okay by then. The wind Dear younger me, I hope you're doing okay. The world is softer than you think. I know the nights were long and hard to carry. I know you cried where nobody could see. You thought the cold would never turn to something, but here I am, the proof of what you'll be. You held on tight through every uncertain morning. You smiled even when the sky was gray. I wish that I could go back just to tell you that every single step would find its way. You were braver than you ever knew, stronger than the doubts that followed you. Every stumble, every sleepless night was quietly becoming something right. Dear younger me, the life you're living now is beautiful. Dear younger me, the road you're on is leading somewhere good. All those tears you cried in the dark were watering something about to bloom. Dear younger me, I just want you to know it all turned out more lovely than you knew. Remember how you stood out in the rain and thought the whole world had forgotten you. But even then the light was just behind it, and slowly it came finding its way through. The friends who stayed, the ones who made you laugh, the ordinary days that felt like nothing, they were the ones that made the story beautiful. The smallest things were always everything. You were softer than you gave yourself, more worthy than the fears you felt. Every road that seemed to lead nowhere was taking you exactly where you dared. Dear younger me, the life you're living now is beautiful. Dear younger me, the road you're on is leading somewhere good. All those tears you cried in the dark were watering something about to bloom. Dear younger me, I just want you to know it all turned out more lovely than you knew. If I could hold your hand back then, I'd say don't rush the season. Every winter has its reason. Every March becomes an April in the end, and the life you were so scared of living turned out to be the most beautiful thing. Full of rain and light and ordinary mornings, and every single one of them was everything. Yeah, younger me, I hope you feel it now, you made it through. Dear younger me, the world you dreamed of, darling, it came true. All those years of holding on were becoming something beautiful and new. Dear younger me, I just want you to know I'm so proud of everything you grew into. Dear younger me, you were always enough, always. when the first petal opened without a sound. A small white thing against a gray stone wall, the quietest arrival after all. I stopped right there on the corner of the streets where winter used to make me watch my feet, and looked up at the branch I'd passed all March, and there it was, the thing I'd waited for. Not a fanfare, not a trumpet, not the way I thought it'd be, just a petal on a Tuesday, just the spring arriving quietly. The day spring finally came, I wasn't ready but I was there. The day spring finally came, it moved so soft I almost didn't care. But something in my chest unclenched like a fist I'd held since fall. The day spring finally came was the quietest miracle of all. The light was different, thinner, warmer, longer. It stayed an extra hour on the wall. I bought a single flower from the corner and carried it like I'd been carrying all along. The children at the school gate weren't in coats. A woman laughed too loud and no one minded. The bakery had put its tables outside, and someone left their scarf behind and didn't. Not a beginning, not an ending, more like finding what was there. Just a season doing slowly what the heart does when it heals. The day spring finally came, I wasn't ready but I was there. The day spring finally came, it moved so soft I almost didn't care. But something in my chest unclenched like a fist I'd held since fall. The day spring finally came was the quietest miracle of all. Here I am still standing, still arriving, a little warm but softer than before. The petals on the branch are just beginning, and I have never needed spring this more. The day spring finally came, I let it find me where I stood. The day spring finally came, it felt the way I always knew it would. Warm enough to start again, soft enough to let the winter go. The day spring finally came, and I was ready more than I could know. The day spring finally came, just petals, just light, just spring. clock on the wall has forgotten to hurry. The sugar sits still at the edge of my cup. A gray kind of light fills the room like a rumor, not quite coming down and not quite giving up. The chairs are all empty, the music is low, a song that nobody remembers the name of. The heater hums soft like it's trying to tell me that staying right here is enough. No one is coming, no one is leaving. Just the afternoon doing what afternoons do. Gray and unhurried, quietly breathing, feeling like nothing and feeling like you. Gray afternoon, sitting with everything I didn't say. Gray afternoon, the kind of light that doesn't go away. Slow and still and almost sweet, like a letter I never learned to send. Gray afternoon, hold me here until the daylight ends. A pigeon lands on the ledge and then vanishes. A page turned somewhere in a book I won't read. The woman at table 4 stares at her phone screen, then puts it face down like she's trying to breathe. I think about calling but put my phone away. I think about leaving but order another. The afternoon settles its weight on my shoulders the way only Saturdays can. No one is asking, no one is waiting. Just the slow tick of a clock on the wall, pale and unhurried, quietly fading, feeling like nothing, feeling like all. Gray afternoon, sitting with everything I didn't say. Gray afternoon, the kind of light that doesn't go away. Slow and still and almost sweet, like a letter I never learned to send. Gray afternoon, hold me here until the daylight ends. There's a kind of peace in having nowhere to be, in a day that asks for nothing back from me. The gray is not a sadness, not exactly. It's the color of a heart that's learning rest. And if the spring is coming through that window, it's taking its time, and I understand. Some things arrive only when you stop watching. Some warmth only comes to an open hand. Gray afternoon, I've stopped pretending I know what I need. Gray afternoon, just the light and the quiet in me. Slow and still and almost whole, like a season turning without a sound. Gray afternoon, this is the gentlest way to come unwound. Gray afternoon, just the light, just the quiet, just this. I walk the street we used to walk in April, but April hasn't come to us just yet. The branches reach like questions without answers against a sky the color of forget. Flower stalls are selling paper daisies, and coats are still too heavy for the sun. But somewhere in the roots beneath the pavement, something slow and certain has begun. Not yet blooming, not yet over, somewhere in the in-between. The most beautiful things are the ones we're still waiting to see. Before the cherry trees, before the petals fall like snow, before the cherry trees, there's something only emptiness can show. The bare branch holds a kind of grace that blossoms never quite reveal. Before the cherry trees, this waiting is the most honest thing I feel. The child points up at nothing I can see and laughs at something only she believes. Maybe she can hear the birds deciding. Maybe she knows something about leaving. I stop beside a bench and take it in. The gray, the cold, the almost spring begin. The smell of earth that's thawing under feet. The kind of hope that doesn't need to speak. Not yet color, not yet fragrance, just the ghost of what will be. The most tender kind of longing is the one we almost see. Before the cherry trees, before the petals fall like snow, before the cherry trees, there's something only emptiness can show. The bare branch holds a kind of grace that blossoms never quite reveal. Before the cherry trees, this waiting is the most honest thing I feel. I've been waiting all my life for something to arrive the way that spring arrives. Not announced, not asked for, just appearing. One pale morning, quiet and alive. Maybe you'll come back before the blossoms. Maybe I'll have learned to let you go. Either way, the trees will fill with flowers, and either way, I'll stand here in the cold. Before the cherry trees, I memorize the way the city looks. Before the cherry trees, before the world forgets it ever took this long to warm, this long to turn, this long to finally let things grow. Before the cherry trees, I hold the waiting like the last of snow. coffee's on and everything is unhurried. The Sunday light is doing what it does. It finds the dust and turns it into something almost close to beautiful, almost was. I'm wearing the old sweater by the window, the radiator knocking like a friend. The world outside is slow and full of sparrows, and I've got nowhere I need to be by 10. No alarm, no hurry, no one left to call. Just the morning finding every crack along the wall, filling them with something soft enough to bear. A Sunday in the almost spring, with nothing but this air. Sunday morning, almost spring. The toast is warm, the record's on. Sunday morning, almost spring. The cold is here, but not for long. Everything is ordinary, everything is quietly right. Sunday morning, almost spring, is the sweetest kind of light. I put a record on, the one we always played, on mornings just like this in other years. It skips a little on the second chorus, the way it always did, the way it still appears. I don't skip past it anymore, I let it do its small imperfect thing and move along, because the scratch is part of how I know it, and the knowing is the whole point of the song. No perfection needed, no one here to impress, just the needle finding all its favorite grooves. Something in the morning, something in the light, makes the imperfect feel exactly right. Sunday morning, almost spring. The toast is warm, the record's on. Sunday morning, almost spring. The cold is here, but not for long. Everything is ordinary, everything is quietly right. Sunday morning, almost spring, is the sweetest kind of light. I used to need the big things to feel better, the grand gesture, the arrival, the return. But standing here in socks beside the window, I think this is the happiness I've earned. Not a miracle, not a revelation, just the morning being kind, just the coffee and the sparrows and bedroom floor. The cold still lingers at the window glass, but something soft is finding its way at last. I lie here watching dust motes float and turn in the only kind of light that doesn't burn. Not quite awake and not quite in a dream. March is the month that's never what it seems. Something stirs beneath the quiet, like a word I can't quite say. Not yet winter, not yet flowers, just this pale and tender day. Pale morning light, slipping through the things I left behind. Pale morning light, the gentlest thing to wake up to and find. Warm enough to almost hold, soft enough to almost believe. Pale morning light stays just long enough before it leaves. I make my tea and stand beside the sill. The street below is slow and very still. A woman walks a dog along the lane, her breath a little cloud that fades again. The radio hums something low and sweet, a song from years ago I used to keep. I close my eyes and let it carry me back to mornings when you used to make the coffee. Something warm inside the ordinary, something I forgot to miss. The way the light falls on the table feels a little like your kiss. Pale morning light, slipping through the things I left behind. Pale morning light, the gentlest thing to wake up to and find. Warm enough to almost hold, soft enough to almost believe. Pale morning light stays just long enough before it leaves. I don't need much to feel the season turn, just one pale ray across the floor to remind me that the world keeps going soft, even when I can't ask for more. Pale morning light, I'll take this quiet like a gift today. Pale morning light, let it find me, let it find a way. Warm enough to make me stay. The city has gone quiet one by one. The last cafe turned off its sign at 10. I'm sitting by the lamp with nothing urgent, just a night and everything I meant to send. The window shows a street that no one's walking, a traffic light that changes just for me. Red and green and amber in the silence. The loneliest little ceremony. Not sad enough to cry, not fine enough to sleep, just floating somewhere in between, a vigil that I keep. Late night in early spring, when the cold comes back to remind you. Late night in early spring, wrapping quiet arms around you. The heater ticks, the candle breathes, the clock moves soft and slow. Late night in early spring is the only hour I feel I know. I read the same page over without reading, and set the book face down beside my tea. Outside a cat moves through the orange street light. The only other soul as lost as me. I think of all the nights that look like this one, in other rooms with other shades of dark. The same low lamp, the same unfinished letter, the same old quiet living in my heart. Not lonely like a wound, more lonely like a room that's waiting for a sound that isn't coming soon. Late night in early spring, when the cold comes back to remind you. Late night in early spring, wrapping quiet arms around you. The heater ticks, the candle breathes, the clock moves soft and slow. Late night in early spring is the only hour I feel I know. There's a version of myself I only meet at midnight, who knows things that the daytime self forgets. Their loneliness is not the absence of someone, it's the presence of a love that isn't finished yet. An early spring at night smells like a promise that hasn't found the courage yet to bloom. So I sit here in the in-between and breathe it, the last of winter living in my room. Late night in early spring, I stop pretending I should go to sleep. Late night in early spring, this hour is mine and mine alone to keep. The candle low, the city still, the cold outside the glass. Late night in early spring, nothing lasts and yet somehow it lasts. Late night in early spring, just the lamp, just the quiet, just me. I left the house without a reason, just a code and somewhere slow to be. The kind of walk that has no destination, only the wind deciding where to lead. The trees are still too bare to make a shadow, but something in the air has changed its mind. The softness underneath the cold that's leaving, the kind of thing that's very hard to find. The wind picks up the hem of my coat and carries something I can't name, like a message from a season turning, like it's been waiting just the same. The wind knows my name, calls it soft across the empty park. The wind knows my name, finds me every time I come apart. Cool enough to clear my head, warm enough to make me stay. The wind knows my name and walks beside me all the way. I pass the baker's window, warm and golden, the smell of something sweet against the cold. A couple argue softly at the corner, then laughs and holds each other in the fold. I watch the clouds move faster than I'm walking. They know exactly where they're going to. I've been moving slow since you stopped calling, but today the air feels almost new. The light comes down at just the right angle to make the ordinary glow, like the world is trying to remind me there are things I used to know. The wind knows my name, calls it soft across the empty park. The wind knows my name, finds me every time I come apart. Cool enough to clear my head, warm enough to make me stay. The wind knows my name and walks beside me all the way. I don't need a reason to keep walking, I don't need a map to find my way. Sometimes the body knows before the heart does that it's time to let a season change, and the wind won't wait for me to be ready. It moves the branches whether I agree. Maybe that's the kindest thing about March. It doesn't ask permission to be free. The wind knows my name and doesn't need me to explain. The wind knows my name, carries all my quiet like the rain. Cool enough to feel alive, warm enough to almost start again. The wind knows my name and I think I'm gonna be okay by then. The wind Dear younger me, I hope you're doing okay. The world is softer than you think. I know the nights were long and hard to carry. I know you cried where nobody could see. You thought the cold would never turn to something, but here I am, the proof of what you be. You held on tight through every uncertain morning. You smiled even when the sky was gray. I wish that I could go back just to tell you that every single step would find its way. You were braver than you ever knew, stronger than the doubts that followed you. Every stumble, every sleepless night was quietly becoming something right. Dear younger me, the life you're living now is beautiful. Dear younger me, the road you're on is leading somewhere good. All those tears you cried in the dark were watering something about to bloom. Dear younger me, I just want you to know it all turned out more lovely than you knew. Remember how you stood out in the rain and thought the whole world had forgotten you. But even then the light was just behind it, and slowly it came finding its way through. The friends who stayed, the ones who made you laugh, the ordinary days that felt like nothing, they were the ones that made the story beautiful. The smallest things were always everything. You were softer than you gave yourself, more worthy than the fears you felt. Every road that seemed to lead nowhere was taking you exactly where you dared. Dear younger me, the life you're living now is beautiful. Dear younger me, the road you're on is leading somewhere good. All those tears you cried in the dark were watering something about to bloom. Dear younger me, I just want you to know it all turned out more lovely than you knew. If I could hold your hand back then, I'd say don't rush the season. Every winter has its reason. Every March becomes an April in the end. And the life you were so scared of living turned out to be the most beautiful thing. Full of rain and light and ordinary mornings, and every single one of them was everything. Yeah, younger me, I hope you feel it now, you made it through. Dear younger me, the world you dreamed of, darling, it came true. All those years of holding on were becoming something beautiful and new. Dear younger me, I just want you to know I'm so proud of everything you grew into. Dear younger me, you were always enough, always. almost missed it. I was looking down when the first petal opened without a sound. A small white thing against a gray stone wall, the quietest arrival after all. I stopped right there on the corner of the streets where winter used to make me watch my feet, and looked up at the branch I'd passed all March, and there it was, the thing I'd waited for. Not a fanfare, not a trumpet, not the way I thought it'd be. Just a petal on a Tuesday, just the spring arriving quietly. The day spring finally came, I wasn't ready but I was there. The day spring finally came, it moved so soft I almost didn't care. But something like a fist I'd held since fall, the day spring finally came, was the quietest miracle of all. The light was different, thinner, warmer, longer. It stayed an extra hour on the wall. I bought a single flower from the corner and carried it like I'd been carrying all along. The children at the school gate weren't in coats. A woman laughed too loud and no one minded. The bakery had put its tables outside, and someone left their scarf behind and didn't. Not a beginning, not an ending, more like finding what was there. Just a season doing slowly what the heart does when it heals. The day spring finally came, I wasn't ready but I was there. The day spring finally came, it moved so soft I almost didn't care. But something in my chest unclenched like a fist I'd held since fall. The day spring finally came, was the quietest miracle of all. Here I am still standing, still arriving, a little warm but softer than before. The petals on the branch are just beginning, and I have never needed spring this more. The day spring finally came, I let it find me where I stood. The day spring finally came, it felt the way I always knew it would. Warm enough to start again, soft enough to let the winter go. The day spring finally came, and I was ready more than I could know. The day spring finally came, just petals, just light, just spring. almost forgotten to hurry. The sugar sits still at the edge of my cup. A gray kind of light fills the room like a rumor, not quite coming down and not quite giving up. The chairs are all empty, the music is low, a song that nobody remembers the name of. The heater hums soft like it's trying to tell me that staying right here is enough. No one is coming, no one is leaving. Just the afternoon doing what afternoons do. Gray and unhurried, quietly breathing, feeling like nothing and feeling like you. Gray afternoon, sitting with everything I didn't say. Gray afternoon, the kind of light that doesn't go away. Slow and still and almost sweet, like a letter I never learned to send. Gray afternoon, hold me here until the daylight ends. A pigeon lands on the ledge and then vanishes. A page turned somewhere in a book I won't read. The woman at table 4 stares at her phone screen, then puts it face down like she's trying to breathe. I think about calling but put my phone away. I think about leaving but order another. The afternoon settles its weight on my shoulders the way only Saturdays can. No one is asking, no one is waiting. Just the slow tick of a clock on the wall, pale and unhurried, quietly fading, feeling like nothing, feeling like all. Gray afternoon, sitting with everything I didn't say. Gray afternoon, the kind of light that doesn't go away. Slow and still and almost sweet, like a letter I never learned to send. Gray afternoon, hold me here until the daylight ends. There's a kind of peace in having nowhere to be, in a day that asks for nothing back from me. The gray is not a sadness, not exactly. It's the color of a heart that's learning rest. And if the spring is coming through that window, it's taking its time, and I understand. Some things arrive only when you stop watching. Some warmth only comes to an open hand. Gray afternoon, I've stopped pretending I know what I need. Gray afternoon, just the light and the quiet in me. Slow and still and almost whole, like a season turning without a sound. Gray afternoon, this is the gentlest way to come unwound. Gray afternoon, just the light, just the quiet, just this. I walk the street we used to walk in April, but April hasn't come to us just yet. The branches reach like questions without answers against a sky the color of forget. Flower stalls are selling paper daisies, and coats are still too heavy for the sun. But somewhere in the roots beneath the pavement, something slow and certain has begun. Not yet blooming, not yet over, somewhere in the in-between. The most beautiful things are the ones we're still waiting to see. Before the cherry trees, before the petals fall like snow, before the cherry trees, there's something only emptiness can show. The bare branch holds a kind of grace that blossoms never quite reveal. Before the cherry trees, this waiting is the most honest thing I feel. The child points up at nothing I can see and laughs at something only she believes. Maybe she can hear the birds deciding. Maybe she knows something about leaving. I stop beside a bench and take it in. The gray, the cold, the almost spring begin. The smell of earth that's thawing under feet. The kind of hope that doesn't need to speak. Not yet color, not yet fragrance, just the ghost of what will be. The most tender kind of longing is the one we almost see. Before the cherry trees, before the petals fall like snow, before the cherry trees, there's something only emptiness can show. The bare branch holds a kind of grace that blossoms never quite reveal. Before the cherry trees, this waiting is the most honest thing I feel. I've been waiting all my life for something to arrive the way that spring arrives. Not announced, not asked for, just appearing. One pale morning, quiet and alive. Maybe you'll come back before the blossoms. Maybe I'll have learned to let you go. Either way, the trees will fill with flowers, and either way, I'll stand here in the cold. Before the cherry trees, I memorize the way the city looks. Before the cherry